got 3 weeks left to this competition. Overall, I'm not really where I want to be or where I need to be, but I'm hoping that I can potentially, manipulate my calories, manipulate my diet a little bit, manipulate how much workout and how much cardio I'm doing, and be able to make it like float right in there, right at the end. Sorry, I just woke up, so like if I'm talking with my eyes closed, it's because I'm still sleeping. Okay, I'm sleep talking to you guys, but I'm just not where I need to be after this competition. So I'm gonna play around with my calories and try to keep things as low as I can. I dropped my calories by like 150 more last night. I also did like 400 calories of cardio, and then I only allowed 200 calories of that to be used towards edible calories. The other 200 is just more of a deficit. And I ended up coming home and I wasn't even really hungry, and I'm like, screw it, I'm not even gonna eat those calories. If anything, maybe I'll eat them tomorrow. And the reason why I'm willing to push them off to today is because I don't want to like start binge eating just because like I put in too much cardio, because that's why I haven't done much cardio throughout this prep, is because every time I tend to do quite a bit of cardio, I end up like the next day like super starving like all day, and like I end up like trying to binge eat and whatnot. So I just know for me, like it's just been something that's makes the whole dieting process a lot more difficult for me, and it's something that I don't want to try to do. Like you don't want to make your diet any more difficult than it already is. It just don't make any sense. Like I said, I hope I float in right there at the last minute and I'm just like get to that leanness that I need to. And another thing is I didn't want to take things as aggressive as I potentially could because of losing muscle, just feeling like crap, just being in an unhealthy state. I wanted to try to avoid that as much as possible. So I think I've done a pretty good job at that. I love like balancing the diet and making it difficult, but yet not too hard and not too taxing on my body. It's just I should have took things a little bit more aggressively towards the very beginning whenever I was taking diet breaks every weekend. I should have not been doing diet breaks every single weekend. I should have. I wasn't just like eating my regular calories and the diet breaking on the weekends. I actually lowered my weekly calories Monday through Friday than what they normally would be, and then that allowed for me to just stay more on top of my diet by being able to have Saturday and Sunday to kind of eat how I want to while I have the kids and while I'm cooking them breakfast and whatnot. And I still tried to intermittent fast, but that's another video. You're going to have to hit that cellular button and that notification bell so that way you get notified whenever I post videos about these different topics. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into this thing, go ahead and pose for you guys and let y'all see how this transformations went, how I came from the beginning to now, and how I came from last week to now. So, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start off in my relaxed state. As I said before, I just woke up, so I'm not pumped. I'm probably super depleted right now because of burning those 400 extra calories yesterday and dropping my calories. So essentially right now I'm in a total of 500 calorie more of a deficit than what I'm even normally used to being in, and already my calories are down to 1,300 calories. That's what I've been consuming this whole entire time not for the whole entire time, but for at least for the last couple months. And I went in and dropped them down to 1,200. They were at 1,350 actually. So, yeah, feeling kind of depleted. I actually feel really good this morning. I figured I kind of would because of like being like leaner, being like a little bit more dry because of like doing long cardio last night, not drinking as much water, not eating anything. So I kind of had a feeling I looked fairly well this morning, but just not on the flat, and like pumped muscular side of things, just more on the leanness side of things. So I'm gonna shut up and flex this thing out. put it down in the comments below what you think overall of this transformation so far. If I was a wise guy, I would do a couple sets and get a little bit of a pump on instead of being like super just rolled out of bed flat, because that's like gonna be like the worst you look. You're gonna look the best, your leanness when you wake up in the morning, but you're also probably gonna be your flattest in the morning too. So it's something to keep in mind. And like I said, if I was smart, I'd go ahead and get a pump. That way I just look better, and that way like the people who view this video, you who's viewing this video, is more impressed by my physique. That way people may be like, man, I want to watch this guy's videos. He's like ripped and jacked, man. But hey, it is what it is. I keep it real with you guys. But we got one last pose, and I'm going to strike the pose, which I think is going to be my best pose. So like I said, don't have a pump, really flat right now. My main thing that I've been like really struggling with as far as my fat loss goes right now is definitely here in my lower belly fat. Now I will consider myself lean, but I'm just not like, I'm nowhere near stage ready lean. Hopefully I can keep my calories low enough to really push through this thing, go hungry, and these next couple weeks just be able to like really like just keep my calories low, do a lot of cardio, and maybe shred off just enough pounds to be able to be stage ready. Now, to be honest, definitely within 5 pounds, I think I'd probably be stage ready, at least good enough for my first competition. Like, I may not be the most elite person in the world, but I definitely think that I will be doing really well. The amount of calories that it would take for me to lose 2 pounds every week, and for like the past like month or so, like I've only probably lost like a pound a week, even though my calories are low enough for me to be losing 2 pounds a week. I'm just getting to that point where I've been dieting long enough, and I'm getting lean enough that my body's just kind of resisting. I struggle with losing fat. I'm just one of those people. I'm not somebody who struggles with making gains. Well, I struggle with making gains too, but we're not talking about that right now. But I struggle with getting lean, and just overall genetically, I don't have the best like athletic physique as far as like the ease of being able to do it. You start to see I'm starting to get that line right here, but you can also, it pronunciates like how much more like fat I'm still carrying back here, just because like I have such a hard line right here in my like hips, or whatever you call this majig right here. I just don't have any of the positives of being stocky, you know what I'm saying? It's like I have like the stocky like makes you look fat easy, but like not like the stocky like you look good and buff and big. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't look good, because I feel like I said, I feel great about where I'm at. Never been in as good a shape as I am right now, and never weighed as much as lean as I have, never weighed as much whenever I was in my bulk and looked as good as I had. So overall, just feeling really great about this whole entire process. If you guys have any tips for me with my posing and whatnot, which I didn't do much posing there, I really need to do a posing video. I need to get on top of my posing more. I pose in front of the mirror here and there, but like I definitely don't do near as much as I should be. I think part of it's kind of the discouragement of me not thinking I would be lean enough to be stage ready, so it's like, screw it, if you're already not lean enough, who cares? But also, like I said, I do practice in the mirror sometimes. It's just like I'm just not putting in like a good like, solid like 30 minutes of posing. It's more like I'm putting in like 2 to 5 minutes of posing like 3 times a day. And there's a thing in martial arts that says basically I would rather fight somebody who kicked a bag I'd rather fight somebody who kicked a bag 1,000 times in one day than somebody who kicked a bag 1 time for 1,000 days. So hey, maybe that'll play out for me. Maybe maybe I have something going. Who knows? But I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thank y'all for viewing. Thank you if you stuck around through all these summer shredding videos. If you're one of my 25 viewers because YouTube hates me, I really appreciate it, guys. Love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.